I'm Mary Obana. Welcome to Shine. I'm all about friendly, soul-nourishing, spiritually inspired conversations that expand perspectives and offer practical guidance so you can live joyfully and shine brightly. I believe everyone has something special within them, a unique gift, a light you are to find and share with the world. You are here to shine. I believe you have a deep knowing, guidance that is ready to serve you. It is always available if you listen. I believe you are here to live with complete joy and peace, nothing less. It's just awaiting your allowing. Ready to get to it? Here we go. Hey there! I'm so glad you're here because this episode is a response to something I am asked about all the time. Numbers. Have you ever glanced at your phone or a license plate and noticed that the same numbers keep appearing over and over again? They can be repeating numbers like 111, 222, and 333. Number sequences like 1010, 1212, or 1234, or numbers that have some personal connection to you, such as a favorite number or a birth date. And they seem to show up in the most random places. Numbers on a sales receipt, the gas pump, or the hotel room you were assigned. Recently, my husband Michael and I were watching a Celtics game on TV. I went to the kitchen to grab something, and when I returned and looked at the screen, the score was 111 to 111, and there were 11 seconds left on the shot clock. What? In this episode, we'll discuss what this phenomenon is all about, why these numbers are showing up, and how you can decipher what the numbers mean for you. Sounds like fun, huh? All right. So first, to understand this phenomenon, we have to start with this fundamental understanding. Everything is energy. Everything in the universe, all of existence, is energy, whether it takes a physical form or not. Things that take a physical form, anything we can see, touch, feel, and even smell, is comprised of atoms, the building blocks of all matter, which are constantly spinning and vibrating like crazy. Energy. And this is true for the non-physical too, like sound, emotions, and that non-physical part of your inner being. Some people call it your higher self, God, source, spirit, or the universe. This too is energy vibrating at a unique frequency. We are all connected through this loving, all-knowing energy. It is all around us. It is within us. And just as we interact with physical things, people, phones, books, cars, non-physical energy is something to be interacted with too, and it's just as real. Each of us has this amazing, loving, beautiful energy all around us, protecting and guiding us, angels, spirit guides, and our past loved ones. That presence and support can be, a gut feeling that tells you to do something or not to do something. It can come through as messages in your dreams. It could be the appearance of feathers or dragonflies or butterflies or birds that trigger something deep within you, capturing your attention. And when you see one, you might immediately think of a friend or family member who has transitioned out of this physical world. While they do not take a physical form, their energy still exists, because energy cannot be destroyed. That love, those loved ones, they are with you. This is the way it works. That energy is always supporting us. Okay, so back to those numbers that you keep saying. What are they anyway? They're called angel numbers. I think of them as little love pings from the universe. These numbers are messages from your angels, past loved ones, or guiding spirits. And when you see them, they have a way of hitting you in a unique way because these numbers come with a nudge. Angel numbers are meant to get your attention, so they tend to have a striking sequence, like the repeating digits, or, again, a number that means something special to you. We encounter a boatload of numbers every single day that you hardly notice. Gas prices, exit numbers, bill amounts, dates, times, page numbers, the list goes on and on. But angel numbers, these are hard to miss. So what are you to know when one appears? I mean, what's the significance? When you notice a number that stops you in your tracks, the most important message of all is that you are being supported. You are loved. You are being looked after. You are not alone. It's a reminder of that loving presence. They can appear in moments of doubt or challenge to help you or to give you a big thumbs up that you're on the right track. Whenever you notice a number, it's always a good thing because this in and of itself is a beautiful gift. If you want to dive a bit deeper into the meaning because you see the same number repeatedly, think about what's going on in your life when that number appears. Are you wrestling with something? When a number of importance appears for you, it's a message of affirmation. It's a yes for what's in your heart. Take note of that. Sometimes we see numbers in what I call sprinkles, meaning you see them every once in a while here and there. But there are other times in your life when you see them all the time. This can happen during pivotal times of transformation in your life. Often the transformation is spiritual, but sometimes it can be material, meaning there's something significant or some significant physical changes happening in your life. And you are to know that you are being supported. For those of you who are in the midst of such a time, when you are seeing numbers all the time, I know you are eager to learn what these numbers might mean. What does it mean when you see 555 or 333 or 444? I will dive into that, but with one important caveat. There are varying interpretations of what each number might mean. One person can say one thing, and a different source can reveal another. Here's what I have learned. This communication, because it is communication from your guidance, is personal. It's for you. It's a vehicle to get your attention so you can feel the presence of that love. To truly hone your relationship with the guidance around you, when a number appears, ask yourself, what does the presence of this number mean for me? Because deep within, you know. It's always associated with what is happening right then in your life. There's no coincidence about the timing of its delivery. Timing is always divine. I think it's always fun to look up the meaning of a number that keeps appearing because, my gosh, there's a lot to remember about each number's significance. But honestly, I see the appearance of numbers as more of a yoo-hoo to get my attention and encourage me to go within to receive what I am to know. Never underestimate the power of your own understanding. That said, in general, numbers can hold meaningful spiritual significance. And when they appear, they may be trying to tell you something. And they're fun. So let's get into it. All right. First, your personal number. That's that number that has special significance and resonance with you. That birth date or that unique number sequence. When you see your number, I always think of the message as being, you are not alone. You've got this. Keep going with what is in your heart. Trust it. So when you see that personal number, I always think that that is the message. Now, if that's all you take away from this episode, I say mission accomplished, because the truth is your guidance is always rooting for you. All right, now onto specific numbers. So each number has a meaning. I'm going to go through the meaning that resonates most strongly for me for each base number. And the base numbers, 1 through 9 and 0, these are the building blocks for all numbers. And generally speaking, think about it this way, the more repeating digits you see of the same number, the greater the emphasis on its message. So if you're seeing 444, pay attention to what I'm about to tell you 4 means. Because 444 is just a greater emphasis on that message. Have you been seeing 222? Take note of what 2 means. See what I mean? Okay. Now, these numbers can also be used to build meaning into unique numbers of varying digits, say 164. I'm going to explain how to do that in a second. And by the way, if you're driving or on a run and you can't jot these down and you want to, I'll include these base number meanings on the episode notes on my website and in the show notes if you want to reference them. Okay, here we go. Let's start with 1. 1 means you are one. So 1 is a reminder that you are one with all that is. Be careful of separation. Feeling apart from others is an illusion. Trust in the good, focus on what unites, and let go of the fear. That is what number 1 means. Number 2, intuition. 2 is about connecting to your intuition. Do not succumb to external pressures from your mind or others. 2 is a reminder to trust your intuition above all else. 3, expansion. 3 is an expansion number. Repeatedly seeing 3s means there's something within you that you are meant to let out. It could be a truth you need to acknowledge. Maybe you're avoiding a new opportunity, ignoring some feelings, hiding something, or you just need to let something out like a childlike joy and frivolity that you have been locking up. When 3s appear, it's a call to embrace and face whatever you've been hesitant about. It's time. All right, 4, resolve. The number 4 represents your resolve, and it's an essential reminder that you have the strength to get through the experiences that are happening for you. You are being supported energetically, and this is part of the growth you came here for. Number 4 is about resolve. Number 5, change. When 5 shows up, it calls for a change in your circumstance. The change that comes from the action you take when this number appears is always in your best interest and aligned with your highest good. When this number appears, it means action is required. Number 5 is about change. 6 is about balance. When 6s appear, it's asking you to check in on how you are spending your time. Are you allocating your time to the things in your life that are most important? This is a big pat on your back and a time to celebrate if you are, or a time to be intentional and make the necessary adjustments to spend your time thoughtfully and in alignment with what you value most. Number 6 is balance. Number 7, restoration and magic. 7 is associated with slowing down to restore, a time for quiet, rest, and relaxation. But there's always something magical about the number 7. So when this number appears, I say get quiet to tap into that one-of-a-kind energy of magic and inspiration within you. There's spiritual enlightenment and divine guidance to be found there. So 7 is about restoration and magic. 8, true abundance. When 8s appear, this is a reminder about true abundance. True abundance only comes from joy, love, good health, and being who you came here to be. 8, true abundance. 9, wake up and let go. When you see lots of 9s, you are being encouraged to wake up to what's going on around you, and in particular to the energy of others and how it's affecting you. Let go of that which no longer serves you. 9, wake up and let go. And 0. 0 is the sign of infinite potential and possibility, and a connection to the most extraordinary energy of all, God, the universe, the divine, your highest self. Stay open to new opportunities. 0 is about infinite possibility. Okay, so real quick, once again, 1, you are 1. 2, intuition. 3, expansion. 4, resolve. 5, change. 6, balance. 7, restoration and magic. 8, true abundance. 9, wake up and let go. And 0, infinite possibility. These are the foundation for all numbers. These are your building blocks. And as I said before, when a single number appears in a repeating sequence, it's more likely to capture your attention for sure. But the number of digits also corresponds to the strength of the message. More digits equals more emphasis. All right, for instance, one of my favorites is repeating ones. 111 or 1111. This is the number of rising consciousness, awakening to the truth that we are all connected. This appears with increased frequency when you're embarking on your spiritual journey. It's a number of spiritual connectedness and tapping into the truth of the universe. This is the number I see by far more than any other. And as I mentioned, you can also use these numbers as the building blocks to create your own interpretations of other multi-digit numbers that might be appearing in your life. For instance, to understand 1322, you combine the meanings of the numbers 1, 3, and 2 to get the unique message of this number, which can mean, for instance, that you are 1. It's time to let go of the hesitancy and trust your intuition to fully embrace what's right in front of you. If you want to learn more about the meaning and significance of numbers, there are plenty of numerologists and spiritual teachers and authors that have devoted their lives to this work. For instance, Kyle Gray, he's a Scottish fellow, is all about angel numbers, and he has a sweet book called Angel Numbers, which has the message and meaning behind over 1,000 different numbers. But like everything spiritual, this is a personal ride, right? I mean, some people don't even see numbers. It's not their thing. For others, it can seem that's all they see. There are so many tools and methods for connecting to the messages that we are to receive. It's okay to make whatever it is your own. Make it work for you. If numbers are your thing, notice what's happening when you're seeing specific numbers. You might find that for you, 4 show up when you're afraid of something. If so, maybe 4s in your language is a reminder to let go of the fear. And maybe 5 show up when you are judging yourself or another too harshly, and it's a reminder for more compassion. Keep track. Write it down. It's like picking up a new language, the language between you and your guidance. This is when it's most fun and honestly most relevant to you. And that's what's most important. This is about your connection. What works for you is all that matters. You get to make it your own. I hope you've enjoyed learning about the messages in numbers. And remember, the biggest message of all is that you are being supported. You are loved. You are being looked after. You are not alone. It's a reminder of that loving presence that is always guiding you toward your highest good. And never underestimate the power of trusting your intuition and that inner voice within you. In the end, you always know. Thanks for joining me today. Keep shining that beautiful light of yours. Until next time, take it easy.